Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Are we live? Testing, testing. Am I here? Testing. Oh wait. More people get here quickly. Okay. I like it. Oh, I should have been getting camp buff from the start, huh? Man, the end stream button is so big and so tempting on the website. Giveaway? Yeah, that's how you enter. Let me test if it actually is entering people in there. Oh wait, I have to put the keyword in and leave it there. 1 second. Type it again, if you don't mind. Do you mind typing it again? Hi. Can you try typing giveaway again? I have to see if it registers you again. I have to apparently leave it there, so... If you don't mind. Unless YouTube has like the thing where it's like, you typed this message previously, please don't... You got counter spam, blah blah blah. Oh my god, YouTube has a built-in system like that, don't they? But yeah, hello. Man, I'm gonna have to learn new people here, because I don't know who is who here. There you go. Oh, you've changed your profile picture. Yeah, okay. You're now eligible. Thank you. That's all I wanted to test. We will see how this these streams will go and see how it works. How long is the delay actually for me typing? Like someone type a word and then I'll read it, and then let me figure out the delay for that, because I didn't put the highest type of latency in between. But the moment someone types something, I can try and read it. Banana. Wow. That chat is actually loading faster than my typical OBS chat. Huh. Okay, I guess I'll just read off of this one. Like, how long was that average, like, wait time for that then? And I'm gonna have to learn who's who in here. You guys can pretend to be whoever you want, and I won't have any idea who it is. I should have a system message coming up soon, right? Felt like 10 seconds, I kinda wasn't paying attention. Okay, what about that one? I read that as soon as I saw it. But yeah, I should have ELS up pretty soon. Unless he put me for 9 p.m. EST. Or PBT. Did I say PBT? No, I said EST, right? So, a system message should show up soon. Yeah, that was like 5. Okay. I mean, that's not that bad. I guess the other one would technically have faster or less latency between the responses and stuff. But second's fine. Make sure you not to use songs in background is not copyright. So here's the thing. I technically checked that already for Twitch, but YouTube is a little bit more iffy on it. So that's like a little problem. I'm just waiting for the message. But yeah, hopefully, if it happens, it happens, and it'll be funny. If not, then oops. If not, then we're fine. GM will come here or not. They'll be on the official Elsword YouTube. Let me see. Let me contact him. I'll give it for like 5 minutes. I'll give it till like the 5-minute interval because sometimes they're a little bit late. Was there even a message on here? Nope. How long does the stream go? Usually for 2 hours. Because there should be a system message, right? Second did it. I'm double checking. I think a lot of players do not know this. No. Only 3 are there. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, is that is because not everyone keeps up with the social medias and stuff. They probably only posted it on Facebook, I think. Let me see. Elsword Facebook. I don't even think they posted anything. The stuff, huh? I'm just really confused right now. Well, congratulations, you are the winner for the giveaway because out of default. Schedules on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I don't see it on Twitter. I just looked at the Twitter and I couldn't find it. Oh, wait, hon. Let me also be sure to do this real quick. There you go. I don't know why you saw it on Insta. Because I just looked at the Twitter because I was like trying to see the time period intervals that you guys put it. But I didn't see anything. Oh wait, no, I see it now. Oh no, it is 9 PM EST. Oh, but it also says 7 PM PDT. That's probably a mistake. You did follow up on me on that, which I did fix up, but I guess you didn't adjust it. Maybe they think it's an hour from now as well. I mean, I don't mind going a little bit extra, but like, it's kind of weird. Kind of awkward. Because you even double checked with me. I guess you might have forgot to fill it in that I want 9 PM EST. One doubt why Erida has low numbers of player playing it. Because you only need it for the accessories and then you're done. I don't even keep up with Erida. It's more of the fact that I don't really want to do it. I personally don't have fun with it that much, and then the time sync for the rewards, if it's not the accessories, aren't that good. Ah, there's lights. Hey, I know that one! That one shows up with the same username elsewhere. Since they're going on in 2 minutes. Okay. Thank you. I waited a bit and I'm like, what's going on? I've just been sitting here. I mean, I don't mind just sitting here. Can I just sit here talking and not do giveaways? Can I just do it like a normal stream? Bum bum ba dum bum. Bum bum ba dum dum. But in all honesty, you guys should really thank your GMs, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be doing giveaways. Oh yeah, they had 7 to 8 PM. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, you took out the 8 PM? How far are you in the Plagueis Labyrinth title? Not as far as I would like. I have not found time to actually sit down and just grind it out for a while, because one, it's kind of hard to constantly find a queue for it, and two, I technically, it's also hard to find farming parties. I still have, like, all these keys. Whoa! There we go. I'm very curious actually to see the number difference, since it has a much easier URL to enter in rather than like the others, because they didn't have enough subscribers, right? One count above you for that title. Yeah. There's the magical floating yellow text. There we go. Now it's officially ELS. Now I have to do giveaways. But yeah, we're, there we go. Hey, Blackbirds! I know that guy. I've seen him on the other channel. Yes. We cannot escape the giveaway here. Yes, feed me the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm, feed me. Wow, this is a drastic, sudden join of people. Compared to what? Well, I better introduce myself. Hey guys, what's up? Yes, there will be giveaways. It will be done randomly throughout the stream, so you can just chill around, pay attention, and if you do miss out, oh well. If you do get picked, please, provide your IGN and servers. Please spell it properly, because we copy and paste. Please do not enter on multiple accounts. We will keep track of that. We will find you, and we have banned people already from winning giveaways. You can try and write an appeal to Raiden, but who knows when that will actually happen, because he's a busy man. EST timing be wrong on the notice. Yeah, well, I mean, also the EST was technically right. You can blame me for that. I apologize. I mean, should I just make it a 3-hour stream? But I would have to figure out what to do for 3 hours. I was just thinking about doing some PvE stuff. Maybe later in the night, PvP would be alive and I can just do some random queue of that. A busy and sick man, yeah. Do you guys really want to make a busy and sick man work even more? The answer is yes. Everyone is saying giveaway. Yeah, I wonder why people are saying giveaway. Wait a minute, that chung. What? What about me? He said get ready for YouTube with a whole hour ahead. We want to see you suffer. Oh, I know you guys do. I genuinely know you guys love to watch me suffer. Which is why, technically, I did it off ELS, but I never did it in ELS. Do you guys want to actually see me try and solo some of these dungeons? Let me tell you. Puppet Theater here can take me about 13 to 16 minutes, along with a couple redstones. This one could probably take me 18 to 25 minutes. Shung, awesome. Thanks. Appreciate it. Oh, a fellow reminder for some of you guys as well that are going on, and maybe you guys know people that are interested in this too. These glasses here, these 8-bit glasses, some of you guys might not know that you can actually check them out preemptively in the Magic Wardrobe. These ones are animated. Do you ever do PvP streams? I never... I usually stream on Twitch. I've only started picking up streaming. I picked up YouTube streaming as of now, just as a test for our program, the ELS, which there are many other streamers as well. Technically, we will have another YouTube streamer tomorrow, which may be a little bit hard to find. So if anything, to help you find those channels, what you can do is you can find the genre of game called Elsword. If you like go below the description and you find the Elsword actual like genre of the game, you can click that, you can follow that specifically, and it will show you the live channels. So that could really help out. They look dope. Yeah, but here's the thing. This thing is an accumulative login. So like it's not like on the 10th day, if you log in only on the 10th day you'll get the glasses. No. You have to be sure that you're on 20 minutes for 10 days. You want the black ones? Yeah. Mess for me and it never works. Ah, I see. I was actually thinking about, since I'm on the YouTube platform, I'm just gonna chill and talk for a bit, then we'll do a giveaway, and then you can watch me suffer in some dungeons. I'll stretch out the stream to be a little bit longer for the people that were expecting it the next hour. How about, like, 30 minutes longer, depending on how long I ramble and get distracted? I was actually debating on, or I was planning, but I never got to it, of making another YouTube channel that will hold backlogs of VODs, because Twitch technically has in their rules that since I'm affiliated, and that's why I have those animated emotes or normal emotes that I have designed personally on Twitch, I don't have those on YouTube because I don't have that kind of status on YouTube at all, nor that presence. But I was planning on making a second channel to hold the VODs of that, and I would try and organize it said by game or by like if Elsword, PvP, PvE, grind, whatever. Depending on how it goes. But yeah. You guys can keep typing giveaway. I don't care. That feeds the algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is very happy right now. But yeah, no, I think I noticed quite a drastic change of having a custom URL for that rather than not having. I do know that some people were actually trying to find it, but they actually were having a hard time figuring out themselves of how to find their YouTube channels and stuff. Maybe he also didn't set the game to Elsword. I don't know. I'd have to check with Chili on that. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about Twitch. Technically, I would do multi-streams, but since I'm affiliated with Twitch, I can't do a multi-stream for YouTube. YouTube doesn't screw someone over. Yep. But yeah, I do PvP at times, but mainly I just do PvE, or I also do PvE or stuff. It varies on what I do on here. So yeah. Any other questions by anyone or just want to talk? Because if not, then I might try and start setting up to do some content. How do you do polls again? I don't know how to do polls. Oh, create a poll. Oh, that is a very convenient button right there, huh? Because the thing is, you could watch me suffer in soloing these, but do you really want to watch me suffer in soloing these new dungeons? Because I haven't technically done that on ELS yet. I mean, I've done it already, and I know the time, so it's not like I need to solo them, right? You see, I'm aspiring, so all I do is PvP all day, and it's fun to watch other people PvP as well. I prefer doing 2s, because I don't really like 1s as much. 1s was fun back in the day, mainly because I was more expressive and unique with my character's combos and stuff like that. But the more I thought about it, the more it is like, only one person really plays the game in 1s. And like the balance on it is kind of wonky. While 2s, at least you have like some balance. How long to wait for a free job change? I have no sort of information of when a job change may happen. Just know that it's kind of random when it happens. I have personally noticed that usually after a certain amount of balance patches, whenever there's a chance during a balance patch that we might get job changes. So maybe keep an eye out or check out for those. And I mean ad. No, ad's pretty dynamic and diverse with combos and stuff. And I've seen really good movement in things. I play with a pretty good ad player very often. I call him my liege and he hates me for it. But besides that, yeah. I can try my best to answer certain questions to at least my power of knowledge and information. But just be note that I try and talk mainly on NA/international kind of situations. We try not to bring up any of the upcoming content, especially since some people like playing the game and don't want to get spoiled. Ad movement is the reason. Why I have trouble adapting to playing him. I've tried playing ad a couple of times and it's been kind of weird for me. But other than that, I guess I'll do some PvE. If you guys don't know, I have been slowly working on the Free Shadow title, as you can see here. Giveaway? Yeah. Yeah. You technically don't need to spam it, but you know what? You're feeding the algorithm, and you're making my my statistics. Yeah. But other than that, yeah. If no one has any other questions, I guess I can try and solo a Ran, and you guys can watch me suffer. And I can try and explain some of the situations and mechanics as I go while playing. It would be a little bit awkward, but yeah. Can Free Shadow and GOE stack? I was told no. But technically, Free Shadow has a better uptime to keep up because the buff lasts 40 seconds versus GOE. Do I hear Vocaloid? That's rad. It might be. I mainly listen to a lot of instrumentals, so you might find some songs that you might already know, but without the lyrics and stuff like that, because I really like instrumentals. It's not that I hate the lyric version of the song, I do like it, it's just that when playing or streaming, sometimes those kinds of stuff get distracting to me, and therefore it gets a little bit annoying. Although I already do like the like humming of the melodies or the lyrics and stuff to the song. But I find it kind of distracting at times. So numbers always better unless it's debt anyway. I'm used to putting people in debt. If you don't know, I have a history of loaning ED to a good amount of people, and then eventually they pay me back, or at least certain items, which they then eventually pay me back. I was known as a loan shark, apparently, as a joke. Like, for example, you guys might have saw him earlier if you were also at his stream. Chili, Choli, however you want to call him. Technically, he owed me a lot of ED in the past, and it took him a couple years to pay off, but I do those kinds of things to people I at least am more comfortable with and stuff. I blast Eurobeat, Toho, and Guilty Gear. Dude, Eurobeat's always good. It's so catchy. I have heard, like, other Eurobeats. I heard, like... Here, let me not distract myself too much, and let me at least start getting Gate of Darkness. But, my cousin, actually finds these Eurobeat remixes, and he shares them with me. Whether it be for, like, whether it be, like, a good one or a joke kind of one, of, like, those typical, like, funny songs and stuff. Like, you know, like, the saxophone song of, like, Careless Whispers? Apparently they made a Eurobeat, someone made a Eurobeat version of it, and he shared it with me, and it was hilarious. So he's running out of consumables. What should you do for that? If you're running out of consumables, there's a couple of things that can potentially help you with managing consumables. One, what character do you play? Two, have you ever thought about investing into NPR or some other stuff? Because although there's no main way of really affecting your resource gain rather than some slight stat changes, such as MP gain when attacking, MP cost reduction, stuff like that, the only other slight ways of getting, of saving potions is maybe having, for example, the Alchemist's specialty, as you can see here, increase the effectiveness of it. So that would help you out. Maybe even having Frugal Spirit, where you could have a 5% chance to not consume the potion. And it's actually good. Other than that, it's just a matter of just efficiency of, like, using potions and stuff. Like, I try not to use too many potions or use them too much. Personally, what I even do is, what I've done for a very long time is, instead of buying the most expensive potion, I would buy the most cost-efficient potion from Alchemist. Yeah, it's a very character-specific thing if you need potions or not, but playstyle also heavily affects that as well. Like, if you, like, look at, for example, if you were to buy from the store, you can see the price difference of, like, this. Like here, like, look at this, 75 to 125. So a 50 mana difference, and it's only, like, 4,500. But then you have to times that by 5 for another 50 mana. I usually just buy the intermediate mana potions. I only am using the premium ones right now because of the previous, what was it? The burning event that we got, where spending K-Ching or getting the dailies along with the enhancement event could get you a bunch of potions. I have a bunch of these premium potions. Now I'm starting to get a little bit lower, and when I'm done with that, I would only buy the second potion. I never really buy the advanced mana potion one. I would always just get the intermediate one. Some other things that you could potentially do to try and save yourself some potions, or use potions, is you also could use Demon Realm energy, since it's very easy to access. If you have characters that, if you have Bankshare, you can then also do that in ults to try and get some potions. Flame Marks are also a great way of getting potions. So if you ever just have a character like such as a support, or if you have enough damage to be considered a DPS in most people's standards, you can then technically exchange 2 Flame Marks for Red Bean Sherbets and Fossil Pills, which are like the most common potions to really use, along with full recovery potions, but that requires you burning or buying off the board. But yeah, that should be good enough, right? I guess I can try and do some. Henry is also good for potions. The thing is with Henry, is I would never really do that for exchanging potions. And the reason why is because its main purpose of Henry is to focus on like, yeah, you can exchange 5 of them for this, but I personally would always save it for upgrading forces and stuff like that.
Oh, what's wrong?
But yeah, other than that, let's just... I'm delaying my suffering. I can get Q buff, right? And if someone queues with me, I am accepting that, right, guys? Right? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Someone, please? It's not a solo, right? But yeah, again, if you have any questions or if you even want me to try and view other people's gear to try... to view... no one's like... I have done this by myself! This takes like 18 to 24 minutes! I'm gonna have to do a giveaway in the middle or after this! Will you pick me up in birth rate? Extra. Will you pick me up in birthday? The thing though is, I don't really ever create or set up birth rates because I play a support role. I usually just get asked by other people and eventually I get into parties. I rarely to ever get parties. If I was like a DPS and I actually had like new support players, then yeah, sure, but I am a support, so I just flex into other people whenever like a DPS is like, we need a CC for the raid, or are you available? Fighting spirit. You know what? Good idea. I should drink some fighting spirit, huh? Let's start with this one for now. Used to be one of the demons in December. That's just an Elsword legend. A lot of characters, or a lot of... It's very common to reuse certain models or assets with some stuff. Along with like coding with some stuff. God, please. Please die. Thank you. So, a fun fact about this dungeon, they have a gimmick where you need to hit these gargoyles with commands, and you have to find 2 blue ones. But as you hit them, if it's green, it will give you negative side effects, which sometimes you can turn off. Please! Let me find the blue ones, they're going to get too tanky! Oh, it's at the last line. Of course. Of course? Of course. Why is there a marble here? No, no, no. Come on, splash damage Nova. Splash damage Nova. Do your thing. We did it. Why not turn off the green ones? Gets rid of the buff. So, the green ones that you can turn off are only the aging based one, and the increased defenses for HP and monsters. I don't need to worry much about the debuff, for I personally can just cleanse it off with Iron Howling or Burst. Splash damage is a... Yeah, it is. It's the only thing that makes my character... Oh, thank God. Thank God. No, 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 please, 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 please. Well, now that I actually understand this dungeon's concept a lot more, it shouldn't take nearly as long. Come with me, and you'll see the imagination. See, this one's where it's usually nice to have a party, because you have to hit these in order. So, and you need 4 gargoyles instead of 2. Iron Howland, I'm no longer old. I scream out the old in with the young. Make a meme format. Yeah, I will pick some giveaways in a bit later. You know, I never found out if Bob's were. Ah! He does so much damage. Title switch to get the skill reset. Okay, no, I did it wrong anyway. Put this title on for now. This is where usually Dark Orb sometimes helps. Wait for the CP boost for CC. He already has the biggest CP boost kind of thing. To my knowledge, I don't think they're going to add another CP boost to CC. Or at least anything that would calculate CP for him. Any event for April 1st? I mean, you'll have to wait and see. Usually we have to wait until the day for April Fools for events. Oh. This is the first time I actually fixed up my potions because I need to. Let's liquid. Little wind orb. No. He's away. Friday. And then first event. I actually really liked last year's April Fools, mainly because the even though it was the paper duels and it looked really stupid, Eve's weapon looked adorable. Ah, he wasn't in range for that. April Fools. Oh yeah, didn't one of the events we had that the blames of judgment. I should put on the Kiri. Yeah, the blames of judgment. The Bodge. As you can see here, you watch a typical support in their natural habitat, crying for DPS. Where is my DPS? Where is my part? Where is my team? Team where? Where team? On me, on me. I've got to do call-outs to myself. Ah! We went down mid. Imagine we get fake boss now. We'll see. Don't. Are you guys enjoying this? Because let me tell you, this also feels very boring and it's just suffering. Oh, we're almost there. Yes, we're there. Must establish the pecking order. Yes, father. Not too many. That's like I said, I got used to the boss, so I won't die as much. Trust me, I had more deaths on my first actual attempt of soloing. A headhunter, 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 headhunter. I know you're Drain for health. All my potions are on cooldown. All my cooldowns are on potion. You think I can do the damage? I don't care. What's that pet? If I Zako that one? Yes! So this is my pet. Oh, oops. Ah! I got distracted. So this is my pet. He is a very good hedgehog. His name is Alkel Damage, and he summons Alkel Damas. Oh, fun fact, did you know that if you stand here, you will die? Because he has an initial hitbox. Ah! You think I'm scared? So, something that I heard what some people were saying about Ran here is that when he's doing his charge-up attack here, he builds up damage reflect. That is actually false. What actually happens is that he actually stores, when he takes a certain amount of damage, he will then insta-kill the party. Yeah, there will be a give. Do you not see it? Busy. Give me like 10 more minutes because that's how long it takes for me. Okay? Okay. Okay, maybe give me like 12. I also didn't. Oh, come on! You think I can do that much damage? Think again, mister. I play a very weak class, but I will kill you eventually. How much does the blue six actually do on him? Absolutely nothing. Well, good job for MP. I mean, you could also just title push to a res. Well. Doing Master Road Guide. Actually, there is a very simple way for you to actually do Master Road Guide. And I can go over that if you want after this. But yeah, this is more of just like, what do you guys want to see? What do you guys want me to do? I just kind of came up with this idea, but if there's anything you guys want to ask or want to see me to do, whether it be like, try playing on this character, do that, stuff like that. As long as it's within my abilities, I can do it. Uh-oh. I want to cure for sickness. Stay in bed. Get out of here. You don't have to supervise me. I am good. Well, I mean, are you already lying in bed? Actually, not thinking about it, because you could just watch this like on your phone or just have your laptop on the screen. Woo! That killed me. Just get home. Recline back in your chair. Have you ever considered running Secret Dungeon and watching their HP melt? I honestly, at times, I just run on my... No! Die! Die, please! Oh, he has increased defenses! Ah, I have to do the mechanic. The mechanics. The mechanics. I gotta go to the Shadow Realm. Title. We did it.
Thank you. It was a
Love
jump
crack.
back.
Loud creak cracking sound. Don't worry, that just means that it's okay. Oh. Well then, huh. Nightbot. I forgot Nightbot has some stuff already set up on them. But I guess I will just pick giveaways. If you think you're going to see the giveaways being picked on stream, you picked the wrong streamer. Oh, and I can view your delete mention. You're going to the Shadow Realm? Nah, I'm fine. But anyway, let's just do some rolls. You guys can see it in chat. It's okay. There's no way of written because I don't have channel members, and this is my first time streaming, so we can't make regulars. So, bam! Lin Nguyen Man, congratulations, you have won. Please provide your IGN and server. If you are here. You have a minute to pick, so pretty much how the giveaways work. Thank you. Congratulations. Hey, an international player. Ooh. Oh, and also, would you like to win 600k Ching or 500k Ching? If you pick 600k Ching, there will only be 5 winners, but if you pick 500k Ching, there will be 6 winners. Who won? If you look above, you can see Nightbot picks a winner, which is Lin Nguyen Man. Once you don't have to do it again. You don't have to, but it pleases the algorithm gods. So... I have to make now YouTube jokes instead of Twitch jokes. I'm so out of date. If not, then I can just roll the next one and then we can have them try and decide if to win 500 K-Ching or 600 K-Ching. If you don't want to type anymore. But yeah, again, rules. Please provide your proper IGN and server when you win. The spelling will matter because I copy and paste it, so the spelling will be on you. I want to use your stream as background noise, but your content is so fun to watch. You had fun watching me suffer? I mean, I could just... But yeah, besides that, I mean, I can understand the sense of interactivity and at least my way of talking, because it's very distracting and it really grasps at people at times. What server? Oh, no. Okay, so since they didn't say anything, I'll just pick another winner. And whoever wins, wins. And I'll have them pick if it's 500 K-Ching or 600 K-Ching. We're doing this until 5 winners have been picked, and when we were going to get a general consensus of 500 K-Ching or 600 K-Ching, eventually, okay? Communication of the winner is in your stream. Like I said, it's not going to show up on stream. It's going to be based off of chat. If you see that there is a bot here called Nightbot, like, if, for example, if I roll again, like here, like Pastels, Nightbot will actually bring up their name right here. Right there. Pastels has won the giveaway. So you have to pay attention. What did I miss? Oh, would you like to win 500 K-Ching or 600 K-Ching? That will determine the rest of the winners. So if you pick 500 K-Ching, there will be 6 winners, but then 600 K-Ching, and then let others decide? Okay. Oh, surprise face. 500 K-Ching? Okay. Please provide your IGN and server. So more people can win. What a nice person. Whoever's going to be the 6th winner, you better thank Pastels for this. But please provide your IGN and server so I can copy and paste that. But yeah, is there any kind of... If you guys have any other questions, whether it be like, how do I do this? How do I do that? How can I help you? How can I... Or if you want to watch me try and do some other content. NA, thank you. What a nice format. You don't have to do the server in IGN. We understand NA unless it's in your name, and somehow you have a spacebar. Okay. Giveaway. Yeah. So I'm only picking 2 winners for now. I'm going to save the rest of the giveaways for afterwards. So let's just cancel the giveaway right now. You guys can still technically be picked as long as you typed in the keyword giveaway with a question mark. I technically don't have any rules against spam blocking it or anything like that, so you guys can keep up with it. And if you guys have questions and it ends up getting lost in the giveaway kind of spam, since I'm used to that, because again, that's what happens on my Twitch, you guys can feel free to check us out. Check out some of the streamers on Twitch. Actually, if you want to check out the streamers, I'm pretty sure if you go down below, you'll see a link that actually sends you to the main Elsword website where you can keep up with all the events and information and stuff like that. You actually can find the list of streamers from there if you want to try and follow them. I don't really do YouTube as much, though I have been thinking about at least posting some videos or making some sort of content, again for YouTube, which is why I was actually kind of, wanting to try out this new format for YouTube streams. But other than that, I mainly do stream on Twitch, and I'm affiliated there. I have the emotes and stuff like that. I do art stuff. I doodle. I doodle and I do animation stuff at times. For example, let me show you an example. Let me see if this is safe. Look at this guy go. He's a little project I'm doing on the side. But other than that, sneak peek. So I haven't done PvE in so long these days. How is MP's damage? He has really good clear and really good resource gain. He's more of a strength character when it comes to PvE because of Gravity Field and DME, which is Dark Matter Explosion. Yeah, I remember that name. Other than that, his damage is alrightish, and his only sense of supporting is just Seal of Time. And Chungo Bird. Yep. So yeah, that's some stuff I do at times. I do art, I draw, and doodle. Mainly doodle. No art. But yeah. MP's damage is pretty fine though. But yeah, if not, then I might just kind of just wander around doing my own little content, unless you guys want to like watch me or want to ask me things, want to say like what can I do to fix my CP here, since I know that's a common question that some people still come up with, even though I've helped multiple people and I only really need to help one in the sense of giving them direction and stuff. There's also the fact of like people trying to bring up other questions. I've seen a couple of posts about like some upcoming stuff and things like that. Again, I can't really talk about that on these types of streams, but if you show up on other streams, even though I mainly go on Twitch, checking out the Chug So Cute, hopefully that pet can come back someday. It would be very interesting. But I can give you my opinion, better, less restrictions, just because this is ELS, so we focus more on A and INT. For look how cool this event is. Oh yeah, since more people are showing up, or have showed up, I have brought to the attention of the shades. So if you guys don't know, the 8-bit glasses that came out, you guys might not be able to, some people might not be used to it, but with the Magic Wardrobe, you can actually preview it, because it's actually in the Magic Wardrobe. Look at that. Is Ara having a tournament? High chance I would say that there would be an Aura tournament for her 4th path. Give it a bit of time and then we'll see. Because the thing is that I think they're gonna always try and have a tournament for the 4th paths whenever they come out. Aisha just got a little bit lost due to the holiday and some other complications and stuff like that, which is why we threw it in a 2v2 with Raven as well. That, and also I feel like that Aisha is shown a lot better in 2s than in 1s. So I would say there's a pretty good chance of Aura having a tournament, but we'll have to see exactly for that. Who knows, maybe they might wait another day just so therefore we can have Aura and next 4th path. I hope it's Elsword. To have a 2v2 tournament. Hedgehog is so cute. It would be really... I'm very surprised that they don't re-release some of the stuff that they always do. Like, they always try and make sure that they have item mall updates, like, every other week or weekly or so of adding stuff, but they never do resales of the items that were in the past and stuff like that, which kind of confuses me at times, but it would be really nice, because a lot of people like dress-ups and stuff like that. Giveaway. Yeah, there will be giveaways, don't worry, we're waiting for the next hour interval of the messages, okay? Oh, DB is just really strong, though. Both PvP and PvE. I know a good amount of ad, just because, someone I know that I play PvP and PvE with a good amount of times, we're well acquainted. He is my liege, and he hates me for calling him that. Please give free job change ticket. Again, like I said, with job change tickets, it takes time. Usually it'll be after X amount of balance patches, and then sometimes we'll get it or not. It's not like that they can just hand out job changes every so often. I mean, they can, but then they don't feel as special. Wait, PvE with? Clear-wise, he's not as insane as Mad Paradox, but damage-wise, have you seen Supersonic? DB is a lot more known for bossing, which is definitely more important because of like raids and stuff. We crossed 2 balance patches. Again, just yeah, so it's the MP resources. Get it, big damage. What Aisha path have you considered better between Aether Sage and Oz? I'm having a bit of a crisis and I'm sick of playing LA. I read about the typical LA kind of combination of like Man, LA doesn't feel good. Well, the thing is that LA is a support, which is what makes it really awkward, is that she's really full out support. Like, her damage multipliers that she gives to her team speeds up runs a lot, but if you don't want to try and stick to that kind of full support kind of play, Aether Sage is, I would say Aether Sage is more closer to a DPS than a hybrid between the two. Like, Oz, in my opinion, is more of a hybrid of a support because she can provide mana, she can lower resistances, and she has acceleration for her. Well, Aether Sage has Freeze, which you can kind of consider a support, and Magic Adrenaline, but then Oz is technically more flexible with other parties, but Aether Sage's buff is a lot stronger in a pure magic. In my opinion, I liked Aether Sage more in a sense of both design and gameplay, but I can see Oz being a little bit more fun to play in some PvE aspects. She has really good AoE buttons. A lot of her stuff is size dependent, but her supporting and utility is at least a little bit better. Not much, but I play solo content and her cooldowns are great. Yeah, no, that's exactly how I feel with CC. Where I'm like, in a lot of games, I love playing supports, but then playing them in solo, trying to play solo content with them or trying to be like the damage dealer. Like, here's the thing. I have like this kind of gear, okay? Like, here, let me raise my CP. Let me flex my CP. So like, I have like so much gear and stats. Even though this isn't the most optimal PvE stuff, because I technically try and play for both PvP and PvE in the most cost-efficient way, because I'm poor. So therefore I try and maximize my value for everything. Which is why I love the new Tiernog and Duelist sets, and I'm slowly working on those. Nice black and white, thank you. But the thing is, I still struggle in solo content a lot. Like, you saw my Ran, if you were here earlier, you saw my Ran run, it took a while. Puppet Theater takes just as long. That's just kind of how it is when it comes to supports in DPS, until like balance patches kick in. But the thing is that balance patches are always 50-50, where they're going to buff your character or nerf your character. It depends how hard and stuff like that, depending on the situation. Oz is fun in PvP. She's very controlly in PvP. I personally have the most fun playing Aether Sage, but that's just me. Oz, though, I can see people liking Oz a lot more. I was more tempted to play Oz, but just aesthetic-wise and somewhat learning-wise, I like, I don't even have the slice amount of parade counts. Oh, of Night Parade? I main MPs and their control character in PvP. He's just really good at resource control and hit stun stalling and stuff, yeah. But, people get through parts. But yeah, no. I do get... In all honesty, you have two solutions. You could try and job change off of LA to play something that you might find a lot more comfortable in solo play, but the thing is, will you have as much fun? Will you enjoy that? Like, I technically job changed to Scent, and I was doing a lot more damage, and I was enjoying that. But it wasn't as fun for me as playing CC in some content. Like, I complain about CC a lot in the sense of, like, damage lacking in certain areas and certain concepts and aspects and stuff like that. But I do like playing that kind of support role. My only thing I have to say is that if you do not have someone to constantly play with, or at least a group of people that you know that you can eventually join their parties and stuff like that, I would maybe consider job changing, or at least trying out a different class with it and stuff. LA makes me want to quit the game. I've heard that kind of concept with stuff as well. In my opinion, when it comes to people that always say, like, there's too much, I want to, the game's bad, I want to quit and stuff like that, how about instead of quitting, just play less? Find something else to do, and then you can always just come back to the game. Because, like, I personally would say that player attention is a lot better than hours spent. Because the longer that you hold a player through the content, the more engaged and interested they are to at least keep up. Well, if they were to burn out immediately, they're gonna get bored. Like, here's the thing. I have Night Parade, I have all these titles and stuff like that. Although to a typical person, I quote-unquote rushed it. I technically did not grind for these titles. I actually got the titles by helping other people clear their raids and stuff, and we had a service back then. It wasn't mine, it was someone else, so therefore I was just taking along. We had a service of where we would help fresh people, and sometimes we even did ELS streams with that group in the past. But sadly, there's not much reason to do it as much now. There's more people open for the birth raids and stuff. But if you are interested in birth ELS raids a little bit more often, let us know, because we do have some members that actually are interested in trying to keep that up. And it'll be like, yo, can I win, please? NA server? You gotta get picked, man. Read the description of how the giveaways work. It's random. Damn, but I don't want to play allies. Yeah, that's the problem, is that you're kind of forced into being dragged as a support unless you actually know people that would just take you regardless. Like, for example, we have people that we have like magical DPS characters, but they're willing to take an Animos just because we know the Animos. That's kind of the bit of the problem, and then people get very specific with their parties and stuff like that, which is kind of annoying. Like, I really hate the concept of, oh, you want to raid or you want to do this? Okay, if you're a DPS, do you already have the weapon and all that kind of stuff? No, I'm trying to get the weapon. Okay, do you have the titles of the content? No, this is like my 3rd time raiding. I just want to clear and I just want to try and get stuff done. But sorry, we're not taking you. Like, that's some of the stuff that kind of bothers me. Hi, best of Chung. Oh, I'm glad you like my Chung. But yeah, no, there's like no good way around it, but that's pretty much it. But those of you guys that are showing up because of the messages, hello, it is me. You might not seen me on Twitch, but now I'm on YouTube right now. This is god awful. I mean, that's just the thing though, is that that's not a game problem. That's just a community and a player and a thing kind of problem. That's why usually when we get whenever we do ELS streams for birth rate, we already have like the three to four characters that we need, and then we just take 2 people of whatever. We don't care if you're physical, if you're magical, if you just want to clear, if you just want help and stuff like that, if you want to learn. But we do try and, at least in order to get as many people as possible, we will try. And I was actually planning on making a quick little YouTube guide actually for birth rates if we were ever do birth rate things, and then just go over the main basics of attacks in order for you to understand. What do you use for that top accessory adaptation? This one? This is a soul crown. This is from the latest birth rate. You can think of it similar to like a vine crown, but it doesn't lower your attack power, and it gives you adaptation. The thing though is that if your adaptation capped though, or if you have a much higher adaptation, vine crown is actually still stronger than this accessory. Shimo should be no postage on YouTube as Wonder will know. It's not mod, I'm fine. No, I'm actually doing, the reason why I'm on YouTube right now is because I actually wanted to try and figure out a format if we were to start trying to do YouTube. Because I think it does make sense to try and at least spread out and get more content and stuff like that. Although I am more comfortable, and also I have emotes on Twitch, which I miss. I can't use my emotes here. I personally am doing this more for, data and experience to try and figure out formats and things like that later on. Then also it's always nice to try and stream on a different platform to understand how it works and stuff like that. One of the parties national. No, but here's the thing. You bring up a different game and you're like, well, in here it wasn't that. It's like, okay, but what about eventual later content and stuff like that? I know that for the games mentioned and stuff, usually they would always ask for this kind of role or this kind of people, which is why they would always look for specific things. When it comes to, like, certain games, it also depends on how large of a cast is. Because if there's a lot less cast players, it's a lot easier to find those kinds of people, because the chances of you getting picked for that kind of role are much higher. Because, like, for example, Elsword has a huge selection of characters in cast, which is great in a sense of diversity and wanting to figure out other things. but it's really bad because then only some of them will really have the roles that most people would want. Like, for example, CC was a main one in the past because cooldown acceleration and Wonderwall, along with Pandemonium. Blue Hen, Radiant Soul, main healers, but then like you see all these other characters that are like, okay, main DPS, they cover this kind of role and stuff like that, and it's kind of hard to mix them. Like in the past, CC and Blue Hen, you would never want them together because their cooldown accelerations in the past didn't work together. I like how I'm just talking now instead of playing. If you guys want me to play or do something on the side while talking, feel free to ask. Like, if you guys want to see me try and PvP on a different character, or PvP on the main character, if you guys want to see me try dungeons, or try and explain how this character works and stuff like that, I'm going to queue up for Plagueis on the side, because I don't want to work on this title. Talk shows are fine too. I mean, in a sense of talking to players, sure, but the thing is, I like playing the game. I like pressing buttons. And I also have a thing where I feel like that it becomes a bit of a skill and entertainment when both things are moving on screen along with the person talking. Do you think Plagueis supported accessory is worth running? Some people have run it actually, yeah. You can find setups to really run it and stuff, although you lose out on the Rosso Raid accessory setups. Some people actually do want that because some people in the later contents, a lot of people have been dying, so sometimes you don't want that polarized effect. I've seen people run the Plagueis support accessory though. But yeah, no, I personally, I hate how the entire Plagueis is 3 mil CP because its entire concept is to boost your artifacts, which boosts your CP. So, like, in my opinion, the amount of difficulty jump scaling with it doesn't make any sense. How do I feel about CE? Really good support, but in PvP, I feel like that she would like a little bit more. I should leave effects on, right? Like, this is fine, right? How do I feel about Fatal Phantom? I think he's in a pretty strong and fine position, but if you want to ask about my own personal opinion, I have a love-hate relationship. I hate him in the sense of his design because it doesn't really match or feel like that's really a Chung or his gameplay, but I also really like his systems and his playstyle as a kind of PvP. Oppressive, but I also just like playing normal Chunks. But I do feel like that he's a bit oppressive with just group spamming and stuff like that. Not defending it, by the way. Let's turn on and jump to better gear earlier. No, but here's the thing. Plagueis technically came before Tiernog. And here's the thing. You might say, oh, it's so therefore they can't just jump to better gear and stuff like that. It's a very huge time sink and investment still for Tiernog. And it's not like that your Rigo is going to become an outdated in that set. Because the thing is that the progress that you put on Rigo can be transferred over to your new gear. So therefore, why not just do both? Like, I should actually still keep up with Rigo. I should try and make my pieces at 18 so I can transfer them over. Got any tips for somewhat new players in terms of farming or what to do in the end game? Yeah, I'll help you out. I'll go a bit on the generics of that after this. Okay? Give me a bit, and if I don't get to it, just type it again. Because I am very forgetful and I can easily distract myself. Giveaway? Yeah, there will be giveaways, Harry. I hope that's the one I'm thinking of. The one on Twitch, when I see it. It doesn't have the number, so it's a bit distracting, but... Or it's a bit confusing, but you know what? I am going to play Benefit of the Doubt. Is my memory short too? It's not... Well, when it comes to my memory, it's more of just... It's selective. I will choose to remember... My mind will randomly choose by itself of what to remember and what to say and stuff like that. Giveaway? Yeah, there will be giveaways. Stream on YouTube. Yeah, that's me. R18 is my back going in front. 99 times. Ah, yep. There they are. Yep, okay, so they are together. Those are two regulars on Twitch. So you guys got the account things working, it looks like. But yeah, okay, so tips for a somewhat new player in terms of farming and what to go. So a question that I have then for you, Jerome. Or Jerome. I don't know accents. I don't know names. Like Aaron, it's confusing. But other than that, do you know exactly where you are in a sense of gear or how far you've progressed? Like, can you give me a region of what you can do and stuff like that? Because there is a lot you can do on each kind of level of gear and stuff like that. And eventually some stuff does get outdated. Like, for example, Area Node, you will be here for not that long. The thing of tier now function are locked in the town. Well, here's the thing. If you have account sharing, I mean, if you have bank share, not account sharing, no, don't do that. That's technically against terms of service. If you have bank sharing, not account sharing, bank sharing. At least before did need 3 mil CP for sure. I don't think that's the intended design of it, in my opinion. If you're talking about wanting to boost CP, sure, but it doesn't make sense for the 3 mil CP thing that affects your CP to get to the same area. Because here's the thing, you could say the same with Rigo, for example. Technically, you need less CP in order to do the Raso raids, or to get to Rigo. Iwabapu, yeah. Let's see. I mean, it takes a while to get to that kind of CP, especially if you're a free-to-play without the... If you haven't been grinding as heavily for resources to try and then buy from K-chain sellers to enhance and stuff like that. It will take time. But, okay, for Jerome, since I didn't see your follow-up of a question. Personally, what I would say, for tips of people new to the game is follow the forum. 100% follow the forum. He provides so many free resources, you even can get a +10 Void weapon. That will carry you to a good extent of the game, because you probably will end up using this Void weapon even more than a Raso weapon until you can +9, +10 it, and then you start working on that. And just play the game as much as you feel like, in the sense of what you feel like is worth value, or how much you actually feel like it. Like if you, for example, it's like, oh yeah, I don't feel like doing dailies today. You don't have to do the dailies. Like, I personally, at times, would actually skip Rigo dailies, and I would just be sure I do the weekly, which is at least 3 dailies a week, or 15 dungeon runs. Comes with wedges too. Yeah, the wedges do help, actually. And the Area Node gear you can get is technically bank shareable too, so you can use that on ults as well. If you have bank share, which you have to pay for, because there's no way of actually getting bank share yet. Keep yelling at them. Eventually. Skip dailies every day. I mean, if you're content with where you're at in the game, sure. If you want to keep playing and you want to just feel like, I like being in the community. I like talking and stuff. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. If you're having fun, you're having fun. But personally, I have to keep up to date with things, and I have to keep playing and stuff like that. You don't understand. I've been working on 2 different tier nog sets. Oh yeah, meet my other Chong, Shimo Taiho. He's also a CC.
Mission complete.
I have made a 2nd tier nog set, so I'm currently in the making of making an actual DPS one where I'm going to actually enhance and do like all this stuff. This is a supportive setup that I use for once I enter the content, I switch my gear in order to support the party. So that's the set that I use. But then I've also been working on an actual set and things like that. So supporting technically is cheaper, and you just have to work on one set to try and get the CP to enter kind of regions and stuff like that. Is Crimson BL accepted on burn rate? If the people don't care, the people don't care. You only really need one Sage set in party. People will take you just because you play a support character. Seriously. It's just a matter of finding the people and stuff like that, though. But to answer Jerome's question, since it's gone in my chat, but I remember Jerome's question. It matters on what you really feel like doing. It would be really nice to have a more organized system for figuring out dailies and weeklies for at least some players and give some sense of direction. But you can eventually just start doing the dailies and things like that, and it would really help out. Like, you can, like, for example, it's a matter of what you feel like doing. If you want to grind for this one thing, just like for example, I want to grind out for vine crowns because they are the most popular accessory. It's something that I can do and I can try and sell. You can do that, but then you might get burned out and you might not get lucky and stuff like that. Maybe you want to just stick to the one daily run because you're guaranteed the unique stones. Wow, you have a lot of sets of chunk. Oh, in the sense of here, you have to make multiple pieces in order to try and fix it up. I only have. Oh god, I realize it in a way that makes it weird now. So personally, I have to look for specific pieces. I actually have been testing out certain things of this set because there's still some information that I want to try and figure out and things like that. But you do need multiple of them in order for you to actually transfer effects and then eventually assemble them. Like for example, I've been working on these pieces right here. These are going to be my main DPS pieces because I already have like really good third lines. And third lines technically have the least amount of odds of transferring. Because if I were to, for example, extract an effect, the third line has a 30% chance, while these two have 35. And you can technically spend in more resources, increase the odds of it and stuff like that, but that technically costs more resources, so I try and stay away from that. So I just kind of just throw it in, just throw a piece, and then see what happens, because in my opinion, you're still playing RNG, but you can technically lessen the RNG instead of it being, like, for example, 30, 35, 35, 30, you can technically make it 25, 25, 50. My bad, I had to run Arnold City and took a while, so I'm returning player. So Bankshare is already in access, get an FOJ farm, ED, so plus my name. Just the reason my question is what to do. Okay, you've given me a good situation of knowing how geared you are and stuff like that. You can still try and perfect your Aria Node gear, especially since that gear is bank shareable, so if you have a physical or magical character, you can technically still use that if you want to play on ults. For example, you can then try and get them into Rosso raids, where you said that you have an FOJ, but did you finish the accessory setup? Do you want to keep running these to maybe try and get Mystic Stones to finish up your weapon? That's something you can do on a weekly basis. Along with, if you feel like it, you can do the daily/weekly runs of Marnie. But in my opinion, you're kind of just now in the eternal purgatory of grinding Rigamon. Pretty much there's a set known as Amethystine where you are going to have to farm these resources called Spectrals, which you can get from a daily week. What this gear does is that you can technically craft specific pieces that you would want. As you can see here, you can choose between using the unique daily/weekly material or the very common drop piece, but you're going to need a lot of it, or you can craft it fully. You're going to want a full set of this, and you're going to want to start reforging. In my opinion, though, if you're starting off, I would recommend only starting working on 2 pieces at a time. Take the top piece and the glove. The reason why is that the top piece will always give you a physical, magical attack power buff based off enhancement. So your bottom, for example, if you already have that physical, magical attack power buff, you can maybe go for some utilities such as attack speed bottom. You can go for cooldown, or you can try and go for more damage, so you can go for like defense ignore or boss damage. And then you go for glove because it's ASD, and then that's already really nice. So you might as well go for those if it's the most damage. Which is better to reforge for which is better? Oh, hold on one sec. Let me finish my train of thought. So you're pretty much on the sense of doing that, and then eventually when you can, do Master Road. If you can't enter Hell Mode, just do the normal weeklies. Trying to slowly get these marks of acknowledgement, because they are used for crafting an accessory combos that are very flexible and very nice. The thing though is that the stuff that you're working for isn't bank shareable, so you're gonna have to commit to one character. If you want to try and farm more ED, Rigo, you can technically try and sell the Glaciums here and just only use Spectrals. That's technically something. You can try and just keep up with selling the Mystic Stones here because they're always used. Area Node kind of loses its value of really farming. If you want areas to try and farm for EXP, Shadowbane's pretty good for EXP, but it's very annoying. And if you ever get the CP for Crushland, this is your new home now. This is permanently your new home now. I am in the later of the game, and this is still the only dungeon that is worth running for EXP. If you want to try and make a bit more ED and stuff, you can try and queue up for Abandoned Ice Plants, just because it drops the Displacium, but this is your new home now. All you know is Troshland. I have an appropriate picture for this, of how much I love Troshland. Like, I love this dungeon, right? I love this dungeon. I love this dungeon. I love it. I love this dungeon. I honestly am very bored of that dungeon. I really hate it. I haven't run there in months, which is why I'm still 398. If I at least did my Rigo dailies actually in that area for like much longer, which I still need to do. I don't like it. Do you play Blue Hen? I don't know how to spam skills like a pro. I can try and go over a bit of Blue Hen's kit if you want, to at least my knowledge. What about the mid-game DPS that can't enter birth? You just have to find a party that is willing to accept everyone. Which is very hard, especially when, like, a lot of people use Discord, so you're gonna have to try and find a way to be like, how do I get to the Discord server for raid? Because rarely you'll find party finders and stuff like that for that. Which is very annoying. I wish people would use party finder. But, in my opinion, that's just kind of how it is. There's no way around it. ELS members, mainly myself or Chili, unless we can find some other people, are willing to take people at times, but we don't really have like a general concept of a schedule of being like, oh yeah, this is for birth raids and stuff like that. We can try and get people clears and things like that. One, there's not much urgency to really do that on our own behalf. That's on your guys' hand. If anything, you could try and pester us more often for it. It sometimes works, but it depends. Yeah, there will be giveaways. I'm just talking a lot nowadays. But yeah, I hope that answers a good amount of your information. Weekly resets is what I need to do. Yeah. Some other things that you can technically do. There's also a bunch of other dailies and weeklies that you can find. For example, if you are interested or are not interested in PvP, there's technically the PvP daily / weekly, which is really good for AP, which AP can be used to buy items that you would use in PvE, like for example, apples, mystery shards, for essences. You just need to do 2 PvP matches a day, and then if not, then you can just focus on the weekly, which will also give you liquids, which people have been known to sell or use because now there's an easy way of getting it. Like, let me explain to you how much different it is to get liquids nowadays compared to in the past. If I were to look up liquid prices, it's like 800k, which is pretty good depending on how much you have and how much you're willing to sell. Like, look at that. This person selling almost 300 and can make a ton of ED. These used to be 3 mil each. That's how good of a change it is. 안녕하세요. I don't speak Korean. I apologize. Is it good to change from a support class to a DPS to learn Prune Raid? I actually would say stick to a support class. One, you're more willing. People are more willing to take you if you stay support. Because the thing with them, if you want to be a DPS, is you gotta have the gear. Well, support, you just need to press your support buttons. I don't speak Korean. Korean just fine. No, my accent is honestly horrible in Korean. But, in a sense of, support till you're done with boss stages. That's what most people tend to do, but it varies and stuff depending on how much you like the characters and things like that. But in a sense of, you talked about, someone asked a question of, how do I play Blue Hen? I don't know if you're talking from a PvP or a PvE standpoint. All I know about Blue Hen, if I can get to him, where is he? There he is. German words.
I'm here. Don't be afraid.
What's the best way to earn ED? I'm sitting at 380k. Again, the best way of getting ED is to play the game, but it's a matter of the value that time and value that you're willing to spend on the game. If you just do dailies and weeklies, then eventually you'll get there, along with figuring out some of the stuff that you can do. But you just get less value for time spent when it's not for dailies and weeklies. But yeah, when it comes to Blue Hen though, all I know about typical skill rotations and stuff like that is usually you would want to use where is it? Satsa Aurora without Ides. Use your skill to rotate Ides. You would use Black Blooms, and you would rotate between your skills depending on it. Like I'm pretty sure you use Ide Willy with Willy tacked on to nurse them and get more damage. But if you're talking from a PvP standpoint, it's a lot of just a lot of this. If you want to manage your KD the most, you can try and actually time your back hitbox on your X. But it's also kind of hard to loop at times, so it's a bit tricky to learn. But in my opinion, when it comes to this character, he's very good at giving resources and staying at really high resources to play properly. Although you might be tempted to press a lot of your skills and stuff, you want to really try and save your mana for an I skill? Ryan's skill. Mainly used one very commonly is Blue May Ryan. Black Blue. The reason why is because every time with one of his passives here, where is it? Where's Shining Presence? This one right here. When you use a Ryan skill, you get double the MP gain when attacking and when attacked. So whenever this is up, you get double the MP gain when attacking and when attacking. And the same goes for your party as well. It's a global buff, and it has a period of time. So that's a really good way of doing it, and then you have to also, in my opinion, read. Start reading your characters more, start understanding and figuring out how to pick it up. I'm not reading all of this because I'm not reading this all to you because you have the ability to do it yourself, and I have other characters and other people to try and help out as well. Someone asked about Black Massacre PvP, for example. It's a lot of just using Overstrike and using your command to use a lot of tenacity skills to really try and catch and just do more damage. Always try and stockpile your resources, try and manage that more. Sometimes reading isn't enough. Yeah, you will need to play, but reading helps a lot in a sense of understanding the main basics of it. Like, there's some small interactions that you won't understand unless you play and figure it out. Like, for example, back then, until they fixed it, Artillery Strike Missile Shower used to not be able to overlap, so it would be really useless to put Artillery Strike Missile Shower on Prince. But now it's actually fixed it a bit, and it's really good. So, oh yeah, to enter Magnolia, you need, yeah, entry millis 3.5. Yep. Thank you for answering that question for me. I am sorry it took me a while to get there because how does one? Oh, PvE with Black Massacre though. I'm pretty sure it's just a lot of whatchamacallit. Isn't it a lot of just Bloody Carnival? You still mainly use your commands because being an Overstrike buffs your command damage by like 200%, was it? Try Radiant Soul? I actually really like Radiant Soul. I used to actually play a good amount of Radiant Soul and I stopped playing her as much now though.
Mission complete. That was fun, right?
But to be fair, I just mainly love Shining Romantica. She is so adorable. Where's the button? I love Shining Romantica. She's so happy and has such a big hat. Wait, an actual command damage VP character? Let me show you. Especially with winds, since you can proc winds and stuff. I was actually going to try and make an FB command, Fatal Phantom command damage build for PvE. But here, let me show you, for example. Thanks a lot. No problem, no problem. How do you turn your R skill red? Oh, there's a certain button that INT has that allows you to change the buttons on INT. I believe it's an active. You're gonna have to look up and read it because I don't remember the skill names because everything's in German.
Even though you're so done with business, okay. Utilize.
But yeah, so like here, let me show you. So revolver. Oh yeah, I have a weapon for So revolver, okay? You see that? 2376, okay? So 2376. Wait, hold on. Two, 1, 6. I don't know. Around that kind of range. Okay? Now watch this. Do I have chain powder? I have rising shot. Where's chain powder? I know some people run some other stuff, but all I remember is that technically, when you're an overstrike, you get an insane damage. Chain Viper. Where's chain powder? There it is. Okay, it's that button. Now look. It went from 21,000 to 90,000. So you can technically make this character into a command-based build. I know Bloody Carnival is one of their stronger skills along with Gun Dance, I believe. I could be wrong with that. Someone can try and do that. I'm sure skills are German. Type and spell INT skills. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, like some characters actually do have pretty decent command damage, like FP. I actually still need to rework on him because I actually job changed my FP to be the other CC, so therefore I can get values whenever I help people with raids. Because sometimes people are like, do you mind running on your CC again for us and stuff like that? And I just, with job change events and stuff like that, I just made my FP into another CC. But yeah, but for example, like his bullets have an insane amount of damage, his actives are really strong, headshot is one of the strongest actives in the game. But with wind, if you get wind on your weapon, you can completely ignore defense along with multiplying the damage by 20%. FP's Sharpshooter Syndrome makes his bullets technically have a 15% chance to do double the damage. So yeah, you can technically try and make some command-based builds. It's not the most optimal, but it's enjoyable, so that's why I want to try. I make very fun builds. Very unique, interesting builds. Like my Rune Master, very unique. My FB, also unique. But my CC is one of the characters that I got into the most. I might try out the new 4th path Chung whenever it comes out and see how it goes. I mean, it is worth it. Cat train? Oh, you want me to get on the cat chain? But yeah, any more questions or no? Because if not, then I can try and still play the game or anything like that. Or maybe giveaway? Who knows? We still technically have 4 more giveaways to do. Oh, 500k chain. I like how I ended up just mainly talking and stuff. Well, you know what? This is screen movement. This is fine, right? You guys are okay with this? Yeah, I hope that at least some of my information does help in some sort of way. I still would highly express you guys to look into or learn stuff yourself. I am just a good outlet to try and do it. Is the cat train related to Thomas? No. Honestly, this thing here gives me more of a Totoro kind of vibes. I don't know why. But it also technically looks like the Cheshire Cat in the sense of that as well. Which it might have been inspired off of. But yeah, I guess I can do a couple of giveaways. But yeah, I guess I can do a couple picks for giveaways right now since it's slowly died out and stuff. Did someone say giveaway? Yeah, I did. Let's see who won. I'll sure try and crossover. Isn't that it? It'll be interesting to see some crossovers, but it depends on how it works and stuff. God, I actually got subscribed. Why are you guys subscribing to my channel? No, my channel is dead. Leave me alone. Love how the baby sits there. Yeah, no, I do this at times a lot. And then just do delete mode. Always difficult. Yeah. You don't understand. I tried bothering them for food giveaways. And I'm like, why don't we partner with X company or Y company for food? I want food. No, stop! My YouTube is dead! But yeah, let's just roll a giveaway. Dark God! Congratulations, you've won. Please provide your ID and server. There it is, see? Please provide your IGN and server. Again, rules with giveaways. You can technically still sign up currently as of now. Check out his vid, especially his automaton comic. That was day 4 of insanity. Or day 3 or day 4 of insanity of not having power at my house. If the man is here. If not, he technically has a minute to try and respond. If not, then we will go to the next person. Technically, I'm using a software I'm using Nightbot, which I typically don't use for giveaways. So I technically haven't refreshed it because that requires manual work to my knowledge, which is why I'm not doing it. But yeah, it looks like that I gotta roll another giveaway, huh? Yep. Okay, well, there he goes. Yummy! Congratulations, you've won. If you're still here, we're gonna be here for a while until we can get some winners. But yeah, I'm willing to just talk if you guys have any questions or anything like that. This can just be your content of just watching the baby on the train. Yeah, you can say grats when they actually respond and win. If you guys know the person, feel free to do it, because here's the thing. I rarely know anyone here. I think I recognize only a few people that are here. My channel's dead! Nah, I've been wanting to try and do some YouTube stuff recently. How do I feel about Bloody Queen? Before I used to not like them as much. Now they're kind of okay-ish. Oh, it's him! It's him! I see him! Zachary Jenner! It's him! Subscribe to him instead, not me. Reroll it? Oh yeah, it's been a minute. Huh. Is it because there's no at here? I can try and follow up with an at here after they get picked. You see nothing. I see you! I see you! You want to win caging? I'll roll this one just for you. Just you wait. You ready? I tried. There. I'll at them now. Skyarks NA. Oh, it's you! Yeah, just sleeping around. It's just face down on the train. Yeah, okay, so that's one more. That's one person. Poor Rabs. Now I can say it. There you go. See, now that's the contest. One more roll. Oh, streamer knows me. I think I've seen your IGN in the game for some streams, at least for winning. It's in a sense of familiarity to me. Now that I'm in a completely new, scary place by myself, I would sleep too if I was on a train. Sometimes it's very nice having that, like, little train ride or, like, stuff like that. Dude, this is going to end up becoming like the stream now. It's just this. But yeah, no more questions or anything like that with anyone. I can try my best for just conversation at this point. I can't believe it. I did one Plagueis run, I did one Ran run, and that's it. And now I'm just talking. YouTube isn't as scary, just disappointing sometimes. Not the biggest fan of picking up YouTube. It's more because of the fact that I'm more situated and used to Twitch, and I also have emails. How does Rune Master function? A lot of skill rotations, actually. He has a lot of passives where you have to keep track of using your rune skills and try and manage your damage and stuff like that, both in PvP and PvE. That's why a lot of times you'll see rune skills being used one after another to proc it. That's why you see very often the true combo of Triple Saber, Luna Blade. What's my favorite dessert? Ooh, that's a hard one. Because I do like some sweets and pastries, but my least favorite pastry has to be just like a normal cake. Like, I like ice cream cake, but that's because that's ice cream. Normal cake, I'm like, kind of whatever with. Because here's the thing. Actually, here's the weird thing. I like vanilla flavored stuff, but when it comes to vanilla cake, it's not my favorite. I actually like chocolate cake more than vanilla cake. But when it comes to ice cream, I love vanilla ice cream. Tips on using Blue Hen for Prunum raids? So my joking answer is just press your buttons, lol. But in a sense of an actual gameplay, keep up all your buffs such as Melody, try and cycle through all your INT skills, so like try and go through Rhine, Wille, Mut. But try and figure out your specific skills that you would want. Like for example, Idle Eyed, I believe is the bravery skill. I would always try and use that with Wille, while Black Bloom, I would always try and make that yellow. Maybe sometimes blue if you want to try and lower the defenses and stuff like that. And then the red one I usually do with like Requiem, unless you need to freeze. Is macaroons? Ooh, macaroons, those are nice. I had some macaroons last month. Or not last month, earlier this month. I don't know why, but hearing macaroons mainly reminds me of the My Dear Sweet Mega Cake song with Elsword of it, because it's like sugar macaroons. Eclairs? Oh, eclairs are really good too. So good but expensive, yeah. Oh, you want to actually, if I were to say it, I think my quote-unquote favorite dessert, not because it's my favorite or anything, but just because of the name, Sfogliatella. Sfogliatella. I don't even know if that's the way to pronounce it. It just sounds really cool, and it's just really crispy, and it's also really nice. What do you think about CA? Is she still broken? She's a lot tamer than before. You know, I haven't rolled the giveaway in a while. My bad. Light Swords! Congratulations, you've won. Please provide your IGN and server. That's someone I kind of seen before. He has a minute. I am sorry it took a while on that. In a sense of, crispy stuff, yeah. I think it's a French pastry as well, but besides that, what do you think about CA? Okay. I guess I should try and ping people more often if I were to try and do this again. So I apologize to the other people that have maybe not saw it. Because now that is 4 winners, so I technically need, I technically need 2 more winners. But I'll wait a bit. Try. Do I want to refresh? I'm kind of lazy. Wait, what? Oh no! Wait, I didn't mean to click on this. No! My inventory. I didn't know you could click on that when in delete mode. You serious? But yeah, we'll wait a bit and then I'll pick the next student. I'm here. Well, yeah, but you haven't. But yeah, in a sense of CA, I think she's a lot more reasonable nowadays. I think in PvP she's still really obnoxious and needs to be adjusted in a sense. PvE, I think she's a lot more comfortable, but I think they need to make the chandelier scale with action speed, because literally CAs just don't even press the button as often anymore, just because you're in the animation for so long. It feels really bad. I think that if they just adjusted her damage a little bit more, and then maybe fixed up some of the problems that she has in PvP, I would be a little bit more comfortable with it. Did you win? Oh, you did respond. Here, how about, but you took too long. It's a minute interval. I'm sorry. How about we do this? So I'm gonna reset. So here, normally I don't do this or show this on stream, but here, okay. So if you see this, this is Nightbot, okay? This is what I'm using for giveaways, as you can see here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset eligibility. Oh wait, that resets there. Try entering giveaway again if you have it. If I see it light up, then it works. If not, I have to figure out how to do this. Oh, I saw Phantom. Okay, cool, we good. This works. Okay, cool. We can speed this up. I will roll people a little bit later. I know I see E has a cool victory pose. I love a lot of the Eve's designs. If anything, my least favorite Eve designs are actually, I'm not the biggest fan of CA's design. It's a cool concept. I like the concept, but design-wise, not my favorite. I love Ultimate and I love Essentia. Those are my favorite to look at design-wise. Not a big fan of Sariel's design, but Electra is cute. Oh my god, so many people with their giveaways. Promo is love it. I don't, in a sense of how it looks, I think it looks really cool. I think I like it. Oh, I want a giveaway? No, you didn't. You have a minute to respond or else I have to re-roll it. Which I did mention earlier, but it doesn't work. So you're gonna have to try and re-enter yourself again. So to the people that technically got picked but then didn't respond in time, you can am I too late? Yeah, you are too late, but you can still enter. There's technically still 2 more giveaways to do. I apologize for making this a little bit awkward and harder on people. It's because I'm stubborn and I'm weird. And also, I usually don't do giveaways in this kind of manner. This is technically the first time I'm streaming on YouTube. I won, but I don't know if I'm too late. No, you're too late. You have to re-enter again, yeah. Well, he's not gonna get his keychain. He might end up trying to contact me. That's okay. Still on the list, right? Yeah. Here, sure, why not? I'll check this for you. As long as you type it properly. Wait, did you type it properly? No. You have to retype your giveaway. So I reset it. Usually I would reset it. And I bought YouTube. So you would have to type it again. Nightbot also works on YouTube? Yeah. I know. I'm a stranger. I'm so used to Twitch culture. Le progrès. You're based. That's so stupid. But yeah, Kenneth, you have to retype it. Yeah, there you go. Let me see if that re-entered you. Nope, it's just not there. Huh? I hate this at times. Well, Phantom, I'm sorry your message was deleted because of Nightbot, but I see that you just typed a lot of ha-ha-ha's in caps. Yeah. I'm an idiot, don't worry. But yeah, we technically still have 2 more giveaways to do. I don't want to check for everyone here though, it's so annoying. But I don't have the typical thing I would use because it's integrated with Twitch. I don't know if it can be integrated with YouTube. I would have to look into that. Oh, Choo Choo? 1 second. 1 second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Someone said Choo Choo. You know what that means? I have a train whistle too. Was there anything I didn't know anyone? Yeah, I apologize. Oh, that's probably why I didn't re-enter you, is because of that. Oh, let me check on the other guy then. You still have that, dear God? It's in the drawer! I also still have the kazoos! The automaton is somewhere else. I have to try and figure out where I last placed that. But yeah. Can you play One Wing Angel on the kazoo? That's as much as I'll do. I don't want to get copyright striked. I'm sorry, it's too accurate. Let me in, please. Exactly. But yeah, we'll do a bit more giveaways, and then how's the Pokomaton doing? I don't know where I last put it because it needs battery changes.